From Deer Valley and Phoenix, we're here for the title matches of today's JBT event. Handicap division first, Krista Dave from the ASU bowling team looking for her first career title. This is her shooting in the third frame. She struck in the second and doubles up there in the third after a first frame open washout. She's got her hands cut out, her mission cut out for here against top seed Bryan, who earlier fired a 300 game, the first of his JBT career, en route to that top seed. The powerful two-hander is opened with a double in this title match, looking to win his second career title, having a fine all-conference season. Bzzz. That's the sound that all two-hander bowl makes going down the lane.
When he opened up 3 in a row in his 300 game, he shot 300.
Well, yes, that's usually how it works.
Yeah, just so you know.
Thanks, Kyle.
You're welcome.
All right. Tribbles here to open it up. He's got to beat Krista by 21 to tie and 22 to win. Going to do a little shoelace adjustment. Meanwhile, next door we'll catch some of this too. This is the scratch division semifinal between Joe Lewandowski and Ben Canfield. They're bowling endless 10th frame, and that's good news for really both of them right now as they're struggling in this match. Joe is trailing by 10 right now, both of them with strikes up in the 8th frame. Bryan for the first 4. Look out. Left to target the whole way. String ends at 3. Relatively makeable 6-spin. Some two-handers switch to one-handed from their spares. Others stay with 2. Jake stays with 2. Switches to a ball that doesn't hook much at all.
We have Linda Holland.
And has it.
Heather Hoffman. Eric Rangel.
It's a nice start for Bryan.
Suzette Moore.
Jake's perfect game today, 1 of 2 on the day. So Jake out of the handicap division shoots 300. That doesn't happen very often, and a 13-year-old shooting 300 never happens. It did today as Tez shot his first perfecto. Just a few weeks shy of doing it when he was 12. Big shot for Krista right here. A little high. What is the old 3-6-10? Krista, as we said, bowls in the ASU college bowling team. What's left of it sitting there cheering him on is Shane and Jory here, and then Ben over here bowling in the semifinals. So college bowling really, really toughens you up. You bowl on very difficult shots most of the time. It's a very team-oriented event as opposed to the mostly singles here in juniors. So no surprise to see them bowling here in the last couple matches. Oh, he gets a great break to tap that 10-pin out of there. It looked like it was going to be a chop, but she gets the spare anyway. Canfield needs to make the spare to continue a 10-pin lead. That's his bucket here on the left-hand lane. You get a shot of him. Canfield also a no-thumb bowler, sort of a semi-two-handed bowler. More two-handed than not, really. Wow. Gets that ball to go dead straight somehow to cover up that bucket. Krista, the much more traditional style, 4 very small steps, great knee bend. Brooklyn again, it's down to 6-10. I wonder if there are any two-handed female bowlers.
I tried to teach some. It doesn't really work.
I don't know how you teach two-handed, period. It's Canfield high in the 10th frame. Nice job avoiding the chop for Ms. Day. Trails slightly in the match on the scoreboard, but getting those 21 pins still has a early lead. What is that noise? Oh, I am right under the air conditioning vent, and it is going. I don't know if it's coming through on camera or not.
I bet there are girls out there that can do you.
Bryan, very fast 5 steps, and boy, oh boy, cracking those pins down. Well, I'm sure there are. Meanwhile, over here in the scratch division, Canfield spared up there in the 10th frame. He fills for 181, and he really wants to get this fill ball for 2 different reasons. A, it would force his opponent to double to take the lead, but also would ensure him an endless 10th frame if he gets there. Here's his shot. Wow, doesn't get it. So Canfield finishes at 178 and he's done. There's now two ways that Lewandowski can win this match. He can go spare strike to finish at 172 and then throw an endless frame strike to win, or he can just double here and win it outright. So big advantage for Joe as he's got really two cracks to win the match. Bryan spared up his 8 spare in the 5th, or sorry, doubled in the 5th. Krista working on the 8 spare, and it's her second washout of the match. So trouble here for Day. Joe trailing but not in a must-strike situation. You're never going to hear that in any other format. So now he gets the strike.
Now he needs to strike.
Right, now he can't not strike any longer. Because if he misses on this shot, he doesn't get the endless 10th frame and he loses.
So it sounds like you need a strike.
That's how weird. Yeah, his game is over on this shot, regardless of what happens. Nice try from the washout at Day, but not to be. Strike for Joe to move on to the title match.
That was good.
Oh, man. Well, Joe's body language tells the story right there.
He almost ate this.
Boy.
What an odd
And on a day where 240 and 250 were losing matches, Ben is going to escape to the title match 178 to 173. My goodness. More or less. Well, it'll be Canfield versus Dempsey in the scratch title match. And a nice job by Krista at the 10 pin. She's got 98 through 6. Jake going at a 220 pace, so Bryan's already made up the handicap. If he can stay clean, he will force Krista to go just about all the way off the sheet already, and we're only here in the 7th and 8th frames. Good turnout here today. 87 bowlers started today, full field, always nice to see. Thanks as always to the Deer Valley crew for hosting us. Another fine job here in North Central Phoenix, as Bryan just keeps on shredding racks. Boy, what a career day for Jake. Jake is still an up and down bowler. He struggles a little bit when they're hard, which makes sense for a two-ender who's still learning the game. But when you get a couple boards to play with, he's really a scratch level bowler and tears them up. So we'll take away a few more pins of handicap tomorrow. Gonna bowl on a harder shot tomorrow. We'll see how he handles it. If he can learn to just bear down a little bit on that accuracy and a little bit on the spares, where he can stay competitive on the tougher shots, he's going to be a real force to be reckoned with. Already in the top 12 in all conference points, so looking for that all-important TPC exemption, the best possible bonus level you can hit with us. A little high there, but firmly in control of this match. Two-handed straight at it this time, and, well, covers it up. One way to do it. Krista can strike out for 208 plus the 21 pins for 229, and if that happens, Jake would have to stay clean at this point. So it's a strike or tears for Krista right now.
No endless 10th.
No endless 10th in handicap, no sir. All right, there's a nice ball. That's the kind of shot making that kept her at or near the top of the leaderboard all day long today. She led early on. She came out on fire the first couple games today. Switched the lead back and forth with Alexis, who finished 5th. Alexis having a fine run right now in handicap. Ended up qualifying 2nd, winning the semifinal match to get here. But is in trouble here. Must strike to stay alive. Uh-oh. Way wide. Not enough hand to get it back from there, and Jake Bryan's going to capture another title. Staying focused within his game. Listening to some tunes, you're allowed to do that between shots with us. Well, it's a fine run from Krista, but it's going to fall a little bit short. That's her high finish of her career by far. Nothing to hang your head about there. Good payday today for 2nd as well with the good turnout. One last bonus shot of Jake. Oh, we're going to run out of time for it. You got 4 seconds, Jake. Probably the best he's ever looked. He's got another title and a 300 ring from us to boot, too. What a day for Jake Bryan. Stick around and watch the scratch division on this as well.